The story broke my heart when I first heard it. A man disguising himself as a driver and this sweet, innocent girl falling victim. Just brutal. Now that he's on trial, obviously the details are coming out, and this is brutal. Student stabbed around 120 times, I did not know this, by a man she mistook as her Uber driver, courtiers. Why am I making this video? Am I making this video to rehash these or open these old wounds? No. I really hope that riders that may have not come across this story learn from this, right? You got to check, double check, and triple check and make sure everything lines up, right? The number plate, the individual, the photo, before you get into that car. And if you've had too many drinks, make sure that your friends that are sober enough look out for you. So that's the main reason I'm making this video tonight. And, remember the South Carolina University student. She was stabbed more than 100 times by a man who attacked her after she mistakenly thought his car was an Uber ride. A murder trial was told. Nathaniel Rowland is on trial for the murder of kidnapping of Samantha Josephson, which is now in its second week in Richland County Court. I hope this man sits for life and never sees the light of day again. The student got into his car in March 2019, thinking it was her Uber ride back to her house. Pathologist Dr. Thomas Beaver, who conducted an examination on Josephson's body, testified on Monday. He said there was so little blood left in the 21-year-old's body, just 20 milliliters, 1.3 tablespoons of blood left in her body. When a body typically has at least 4 liters, that workers at her autopsy struggled to get enough blood for routine testing. Dr. Beaver spent an hour methodically detailing the approximately 120 separate stab wounds. He said he did not have an exact number because there were so many. It gets to a point where it really doesn't add much to the report. He said almost all the stab wounds were to Ms. Josephson's head, arms, chest, and back. There were a lot of injuries. He took 170 photos and 13 x-rays. Several of the wounds penetrated into her brain or neck and would have been fatal, he said. Earlier, the prosecution linked Josephson's blood to areas all over Rowland's Chevrolet Impala, as well as a knife with 2 blades and a cleaning supplies in a rubbish bin behind his girlfriend's home on a sock and bandana owned by Rowland. The prosecution has also used scientific evidence against Rowland from matching a footprint found on a rear window of his vehicle to Miss Josephson to mobile phone data showing he was in the area where her body was found, around 65 miles, 105 kilometers from where she was seen. Another witness said DNA found under the accused killer's fingernails matched Miss Josephson's genetic material. Previous testimony saw Rowland's lawyers pointing out that scientists were not absolutely certain Rowland's DNA was on the knife and his genetic material was not in other places it might be expected. The defense questioning has also revealed that while the student appeared to fight her attacker, she had several stab wounds that went all the way through her hands. None of Rowland's DNA was found on her or under her fingernails. No visible marks were found on Rowland after his arrest. Rowland faces up to life in prison if convicted, and prosecutors decided against choosing the death penalty. Ms. Josephson's murder led to some changes to ride-hailing safety, including more prominent display of driver license plates. I want to read the last sentence because everything prior to this is just beyond sad. Beyond sad. Ms. Josephson's murder led to some changes to ride-hailing safety, including more prominent displays of driver license plates. Ladies and gentlemen, safety with Uber and Lyft, so much more can be done. It all depends if these executives, Dara Khosrowshahi, John Logan, John Zimmer, Logan Green, if they want to step up and spend the money where it counts. Safety, safety, safety for drivers as well as riders. They could do so much more, especially when it comes to vetting people getting on the platform, making sure they have real IDs, real photos, real names. And until they address this, and if assaults, murders, carjackings, or brutal stabbings of this nature occur, they will continue to have blood on their hands if they do not spend the money in the right places, namely safety, safety, safety. Good night. And again, to all riders and drivers, double check, triple check, and make sure you are with the right individual.